Hi, welcome to Craft Little Things. I'm Andrea. This is my blog hop for the Joyous Sets. The blog would have gone live earlier today, and now my video has gone live. I don't like to put my video live when the blog goes live because it can distract people. People can leave the blog and come to YouTube and get distracted, so I like to keep people on the blog hop. But this is my card anyway, and what I've used is the Signs of Santa stamp set, and I've used the All Is Bright designer series paper, and I've used some stamping blends and markers, and they're all from the Stampin Up Autumn Winter 2018 catalogue. I made this little envelope. The only thing that's not from the catalogue is this gold twine, and everything else is, apart from the gold embossing powders, obviously in the regular catalogue. But everything else is in the autumn winter catalogue, and I just think it's quite a nice little card. It opens up like that. It's got a little bit 3D effect going on. There's lots of dimension to it. It's quite fun, but at the same time it's quite traditional. And you open this little envelope here, and it's got the official seal of the North Pole on it, embossed in gold. And then this envelope's been sort of distressed in gold embossing. And then you open it up and you've got your sentiment, wishing you everything on your list. And then the and more continues around there. So yeah, I think it's a cute little card, and I just thought that was a cute little way to do the sentiment as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you how I made it. Right then, I'm going to show you how to assemble this card. What we've got is we've got a 5 by 10.5 piece of cardstock, and I'll put the centimetres here, and it's scored at 4 and at 6.5 on the long side. Okay, just move that up a bit. So I'm just going to burnish those folds. I'm going to fold the first one mountain and the second one valley. This is extra thick whisper white, so you end up with that look. Then on the front I'm going to pop some of this, which is from the Merry and Bright. Is it Merry and Bright? Let me just check. All Is Bright DSP stack. That's my first piece. And I've just cut that to 3 7/8 by 4 7/8. It's a lovely DSP stack, this. It's got like photographic images on it, and it's got you know, your traditional Christmassy vibes going down. And I just thought that I'd mix it up with the Signs of Santa. Instead of sticking with the Signs of Santa DSP stack, I've gone for something a bit different. This again, this is the leaf pattern, so I just thought this would be nice to go as a background. I wanted to keep the background pretty plain. I just wanted the little figures to do the talking, really, and the accents. Okay, so that's that. And then I made myself a piece of DSP, essentially. I used a piece of cardstock, and I just used the little gift stamp, and I just coloured them in reds and greens, just very randomly. And I didn't fill the whole thing in because I'm going to put one of the elves up there. So this measures 4 7/8 by 2 3/8. So I'm going to pop that on next. So that's going to go in there. I'm already liking the look of that card before doing anything else to it. And then I made a little strip which is going to go across the bottom, and this measures 1.5 by 9.5, and it's scored at 1/2, 3.5, 6 and 9, and then it's burnished like so. Okay, so you fold the first one back, the next one back, the next one forward, and the last one back. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, it goes onto the card strip. It's going to just sit, it's not going to pop right out. Some of them pop right out like a fence. Mine's just going to come out like that. Okay, just a little bit, just to give us a little bit of relief there. So one of these little pesky elves is going to be stuck to the front of this. So he's going to be stuck here. And then the other little pesky elf I'm going to attach with a dimensional. And he's going to be up at the top of the pile of gifts, so he's going to be up here sort of hanging on, okay, like that. And then the North Pole sign is going to be on the front of here, and again I want that to stand off a little bit, so I'm going to attach that with a dimensional. I'm going to attach that there, because the whole theme of it is that the letter comes from the North Pole. Okay, so this is my letter that's going to be my sentiment, and it's been made to look distressed. I made it with embossing, gold embossing powder, and when you open the little bow, it'll be stuck onto the card. When you open the little bow, you open the envelope up, it's all distressed, and it says wishing you everything on your list. And it's got the seal of the North Pole on it there. It's quite a cute little touch. Just try and redo the bow. Always leave, if it's something that's going to be, if it's just a gift that's going to be opened and everything thrown away, it's not such a big deal, but if it's something that you intend to be fastened up and opened time and again, always make sure you leave enough edge for people to reseal it. Now what I'm going to do this is I'm going to pop this on with dimensionals as well, so I want this to stand up a bit. So I'm going to start off by popping one over the ribbon, because I don't want the thread to come off, and then I'm going to just pop a few on the back like so. I could have done more layers, but I thought I've got my piece at the front and I've got my dimensional pieces, so I thought there's enough layers going on, so I've only done the white and the one layer on top. And then the idea, the theme of the card is that the letters go into Santa, and it's going to the North Pole. This is what's going on at the North Pole, and here's Santa and his missus checking things out. So the and more the sentiment is going to be a bit big now, so I'm just gonna, I stamped and just the and more onto just a little piece of Whisper White, which now is a little bit too big, so I'm just gonna cut it down, because I was originally going to put that inside there, but I think now I'm going to take a dimensional, just one will do, and I'm going to pop it onto there. Okay. Goodness me, that alarm is it's like a petulant child. It's really going for it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Mrs. Santa, I think, onto the front piece here. So I think I'll pop her there, and I think Mr. Santa can be reading his list back there in the background, but I'm going to pop him on with some dimensionals anyway. Okay, and so all the parts of the card are there, and now all I need to do is fold it up, figure out where I'm going to put my bits, and then it's all jolly jolly. So I'm going to pop that. Oh my goodness, that alarm. You watch, it's probably mine. I don't think it is. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Okay. And then I'm just going to fiddle about with it until I've got like a centimetre of space going down, just making sure that it folds properly and then it's nice and straight. And then I'm just going to pop my glue onto here. And pop that down. Use my bone folder just to push it. So anyway, so there it is. Thanks for watching, and I hope that, you know, it gave you a bit of inspiration. Mix up a couple of things. You don't have to just use the suite that you've got. You don't, you know, if you're on a budget, then you can get the stamp set and you can use it with things you've already got at home as well. Even though it comes, you know, it's bright, it's still gone really nicely with what I've used it with. I mean, even the old olive is not anywhere else except from the elves uniforms, and it just works. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.